Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Paul Motley here, and I'm going to talk about how to get booked on podcasts on this episode. So let's roll the credits and we're going to get into this right away. Awesome. Okay, so let's figure this out. So how to get booked on podcasts is a simple way of doing it, and I don't believe that many people are doing this, but you can use the exact same method to get booked on TV shows. You can get booked on a talk show. You can get booked and grow your own podcast by doing this as well. So this is super cool. If you're a guest on someone else's podcast, you are going to be exposed to their audience. Now, what does that mean? That means you can then leverage their audience for your offers, whether it's to build a personal brand, whether it's you want to put more content marketing stuff out there, whether you're a business coach or an affiliate marketer or any of those good stuff, right? So you can utilize this to grow your own audience without having to go and pay crazy money for ads. So I'm going to share with you how to do that right now. And to start with, what we're going to do is we are going to head over to let's head over to iTunes. Okay, right, so here we are on iTunes, and I want to contact people and get onto someone's podcast based in business, right? I'm an affiliate marketer, so that's my thing. So I'm going to go into business and I'm going to look at the top shows, and I'm just going to go click see all, and I'm going to look at all these different shows, right? Everybody in here probably has some of my dream customers in their audience already. So I'm going to look for something that I can go for. Let's go for Stephen Bartlett. Okay, right. So let's just check his show out. Make sure that he publishes regularly, very important. Let's see how many ratings. The ratings are recent. There seems to be, let's just check this out. Oh, he's got loads of ratings as well. So loads of ratings. The ratings are updated. So there's a few things off our checklist so that we know that this is a relevant and a highly listened to podcast. Okay, right. So next thing, we were going to want to go and search Stephen out on Google. Let's check and see what he's got going on. So I've just brought Stephen up onto Google to find his platform, see what's going on. Right, he has a Twitter account. Let me just open it up in a new tab, see what's going on there. Instagram, I think he has a bunch of people on his Instagram. And of course he's got a website there, and LinkedIn too. So let's go and open his Instagram and also his website. So this is the cool thing, right? Now, we're going to use what we call the poster boy method to try and get his attention, because we want him to realize who we are when we come to contact him. So it's not just like this random email come from nobody. It's going to make it so much easier to get on his podcast, or even to see if he will be willing to come on our podcast if you have one, or do an interview or a Facebook Live with him or anything like that, right? So let's see what he's got going on. He has about 100,000 followers on his Twitter. On his Instagram, 1.2 million followers. Okay, that's so cool, right? So why would we be interested in all this? Well, if he was on our podcast or we got on his podcast, this would be super cool, because look at this. On each post here, it's like 41,000 likes on there, 38,000 likes on there, 61,000 likes on that one, 18,000, 118,000 on that one. These are all people in his audience that you could be exposed with by just one post of this guy doing it. So that's super cool, right? So how do we start getting in front of him? Well, simple stuff, really. I think if we go to his website as well, if we go to contact, yep, he's got a contact bit there, which is great. Oh, he's got on Facebook as well. Let's check out on Facebook and also YouTube. So we are now going to start interacting with him on every platform that he's got, and we're going to keep doing this either once a week or a couple of times a week, or even if you would go crazy, you can go ahead and do it every time he posts. Yeah, and this is the reason why you can start getting in front of these people, because guess what? they're going to start seeing your posts. They're going to start seeing your comments, because believe it or not, people with this stuff, people on their platforms, they do read their comments, okay? They do go through it because it gives them great feedback of what's working, what's not. But also as well, if people start asking questions, it's going to give them ideas further down the road for what they can create as a product or service for other people as well. So if we go to his YouTube, right? So let's see. This is how we did this, and we did this. Right, so if he goes on to, let's say, the life-changing art of taking responsibility. Right, let's go on to one of his videos here. I'm just going to click pause there because there will be most likely an ad. Right, now, there's only been one comment on that, right? He posted that, what's the date today? He posted that yesterday. So if I comment on this and ask a question at the same time, that's going to be getting interaction from Stephen himself. He's going to see my name. He's going to see I'm interacting with his content. So when it comes to it, when I decide that I want to make contact with him and say, look, I've been following you for a while, I love your stuff, how would it be okay if I did this, or talk about your story or anything like that? But or maybe you could do like an interview swap, say, oh, I've got this going on, maybe we could get together, blah 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 blah. You can even like sometimes you can find people's addresses and you can send them some cool stuff through the mail, or even just like sending them cool stuff via via email as well. Just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going until you have become their poster boy, right? You could do YouTube talkback videos, you could do podcasts about him, you could do all sorts of stuff, everything to get on his radar, because you're giving the value up front before even asking for anything in return. So when we're talking about how to be, get booked on podcasts, this is an essential way of doing it. You go to other people's podcasts, you check them out, you make sure they've got a decent following, you make sure that it's active, it's relevant, it's up to date, and it's really active right now. I said that 3 times probably, but then you can go ahead and get yourself booked on there. Super cool, right? Super easy. And it doesn't stop there, because if you have affiliate offers and you have something coming up, then you can contact them and say, look, could you promote this to your audience? I will give you 50%. Doesn't that sound awesome, right? So you could go mad on Facebook. You could say, right, well, I'm going to outreach personally, like 100 people a day for the next, taking the weekends off over the next 30 days. That's going to give you a contact of about 2,000 people. But what if you contact several people like this and they've got like 5,000 people on the list or 10,000 people on the list? All of a sudden your offer gets even better exposure, because then you're contacting through their list and they are putting their personal brand on it as well. So the like and trustability is already in their list itself. And if they're recommending you, then guess what? You're way more likely to make sales, because they have been recommended by someone they already know, like, and trust. So that concludes this video. I hope you liked it. There's going to be some subscribe things going on around here somewhere, and probably another video or two you can go ahead and watch. But I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch up with you guys again soon.